Howdy folks, I've got another kit for you today. It's quite a large kit. It's a Avro Lancaster Mark 1/Mark 3, 1/48 scale from Tamiya. It's the bomber version. I do have the dam buster version as well, which I'll do a review on a later date. Both kits pretty much identical, apart from obviously the bomber version has the bombs and whatever, and then obviously the dam busters has the bouncing bomb, but that's the only difference pretty much. But, let's take a look what we get on the kit. Kit rigged with nice box art. There's side potential of one of the designs. You do get pre-painted pre-painted canopies, which is a nice touch, but the only downfall is you're going to have to try and match up the browns and the greens and black to your paint. It's alright for beginners, I suppose, but anything other than that you're going to want to do your own, so it is kind of a nice touch, but not that great, if you know what I mean. You can do a white one, which is a navy type Lancaster, which is some of the white parts on there. On this side, not a great deal on there as well. Kit number 112. I might struggle to get most of this on camera because it's a large box. You are greeted all this in the box. So whatever is making a noise. One instruction manual. One sprue with some figures. 2 sprues with the landing gear. We'll talk about this in a minute because they made a mistake with this. Wheels and engine cowlings and propellers. Clear glass, unpainted, so us professionals and advanced and whatever, we're going to want to use this. Here's your pre-painted canopies, which is for the beginner and younger generation, I suppose, and just starting. It is kind of a nice touch, but I don't know. Giant bag which contains your wings, your body, which is all in one bag, and it's taped together. It's pretty much ready to like glue together. Pretty much, they've done such a good job putting it together, like so close. We pretty much run the glue down there and it's ready to go. So I wouldn't really want to take this tape off because they put it together so close. Engine cowlings and back rudders and stuff. Unfortunately, these are not posable, but cutting them out and modifying easily done. Wheels, undercarriage, landing gear. So we're going to pop this back in the back box and we'll go through it all. And obviously one giant decal sheet. As I say, you don't have to do those marking options. If you have aftermarket, you can do whatever you wish. So front page, all about Lancaster in Japanese language. Second page, about Lancaster again, but it's in English. So if you wish to read it, pause the video. Tools you're needed. Paint callouts, which is going to be Tamiya. And some of your painting options. And your paint colours. They're asking for SS22, AS9 and TS. They're rattle cans, spray cans, but you're gonna have black, and you're gonna have earth brown and dark RF green, so I wouldn't worry about using rattle cans. It's quite an older kit now. It's been around for a long time. I think the kit first came out back in the 70s, and they slightly renewed it a little bit, which is this one, because if you go back to one of the older kits, all the rivets are raised, but this one has been redone, and so now the rivets are sunk in, if you know what I mean. They're not raised, they're recessed rivets this time, so they have redone the kit. Start with your pilot figures. You can have one standing and the one sat in the seat, working with the cockpit, doing your seats, radio operators area, doing both sides of the fuselage, putting the glass in, and more radio equipment and stuff. Sandwiching it all together, working on your turrets, which is the rear turret by the looks of things, putting one of your figurines in there. You don't have to use figures. I'm going to use figures in this one. I think adding figures makes it look a bit more better and more realistic. So it's been open cockpit. So I might even consider doing my figures in this one. Front nose and front glass. Some more hatches. The piece that goes around the top turret. Back turret going on. You may want to leave this for a little bit later. It depends. Canopy glass going down. Engine cowlings going in. And engine nacelles. For the undercarriage part. Landing gear going together. Unfortunately, I don't think you can have it so it goes backwards and forwards. I don't think the Tamiya did that. I think it's in fixed position. Savaging your wings together. Two type of wheels. The one with the tread on it, or ones that look like slicks. They've just got no pattern on it at all. They're just all plain. So your option. There are weight on wheels, which is a nice touch. If you wish to have it in flight, you can put the landing gear doors on, so you don't have to use your landing gear at all. You just put the doors on, so it's in flight. More wings, putting the glass tips on, and flap hinges, I'll call them. Back of your aircraft, which is the upper stabilizers and wings and stuff, rudders and whatever. Gluing them on, making them all square. This is the part I'm on about with the Bombay. You notice it's got 4 pins in a line. The bomber didn't carry 4 bombs in a row. It was 3, 3, 3 all the way down. It is in rows of 3, not 4. So they made a mistake. So you might cut those pins out or rearrange it slightly. Gluing your bombs together. This is what I was all about, where the bombs are in rows of 4. That's wrong. They're actually in rows of 3. I will show you a real photograph. So folks, the book I will show you, this is my reference for when I come in to build it. This is all about the Lancaster for the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight one, which is one of only 2 Lancasters flying. We have one and the Canadians have one. So this is going to be my reference book. This is what I was on about the Bombay. Here, 1, 2, and 3. So it's a sorry, a rack of 3, not 4. So you're going to need to change that. I do have photo etch for this, so and it does contain the racks, so I can put the racks of 3 in and make it correct. I may do a review on that book later or afterwards. Having the Bombay closed if you don't want it open and showing the stuff inside. I think that's boring if you have it closed up. Another one of your turret guns, engine nacelles, to do with the exhaust parts, to do with the engines. Now you do get engine cowlings. This kit does come with engines, I believe. Yep, it is here. So to do with more engines now, you can have engines shown, which is a nice touch. You can have all 4 showing, or just 1, 2, whatever you fancy, which is a nice touch on engines. Detail up a little bit of wiring here and there. It's going to look nice. Two type of propellers, so A and B version and C and D version. So same as the exhaust. Just be careful which ones you're putting in. And I think the engines and the engine replacement is slightly different as well. Just be careful. Don't do the wrong ones for the wrong variant. Sticking the propellers on and those cones. And there's your painting guide. Your camouflage, which is the dark green, dark earth, black underside, and your decals stencil data. So you've got your roundels, the black walkway markings. On the underside there's nothing on there because it's a night bomber. One of your Lancaster markings, which was marked out and it did fly, which was the Battle of Britain one. They did mark it in the PMM version, which was here. There's another marking option, or you wish to do the navy white one, which is the white top with the black underside. I don't like this version, but some people do. Let's take a look at the sprues now. I do apologise if it's going to be a little bit of a lengthy video. Look at the decals quickly as well. Your tissue paper to protect them. You get a nice lady nose art, which is a nice touch. And there you print your decals by Tamiya itself. They're in nice colour, register, vibrant. I wish they would put the red dots in the middle, but unfortunately they don't do it. These black lines you may want to paint them on, or you could always use decals. Instrument panel, you get a decal option. I won't be using this, so I've got aftermarket. So there's the decal sheet, nice in colour, vibrant. We'll take a look at these pre-painted canopies. Like I said before, it is kind of a nice touch, but for beginners and stuff. But I can I'll take these out of the bag. I'm not going to use them anyway, so I'm not bothered if they get damaged. I'm not going to use them. Come here. So these are pre-painted canopies and pieces, which is kind of a nice touch, but it's just going to be like matching up this paint that they've used, which is going to be tricky in my opinion. So there's your side windows and your new main canopy. I've done an excellent job of doing it, but as I say, it's just matching up the colour that they've used. If it's Tamiya colour, which most likely it's going to be, it might not be a problem, but I don't know. From my understanding, it's the rattle can version. It's slightly different to the bottles. I think the shade is slightly different, so I don't know. Here's the main clear parts if you wish to do it yourself, which is the option I'll be doing. Tamiya with your bloody staples. I'll take these staples out, just in case you pull your screw out and it scratches it. So this is the clear parts to do yourself, which is really clear. It's superb. This smoky piece is one of the belly windows at the bottom of the aircraft. A piece of paper here with icing on it. See, you can pretty much see through it. It is crystal clear. It is nice. It is nicely done. I'll pop this back in the bag so I don't get damaged before I even get around to using it. It's going to be a big plane, this. In 1/72 scale it's big enough, but in 1/48 it's even bigger. And I'd hate to think, and I'd love to see the 1/32 scale one. Is it by Wingnut Wings and stuff? I bet that's gonna be huge. I definitely haven't got the space for the 132. I've got the space for the 148, but not a 132. These sprues are here identical. I'm only going to show you one. So engine cowlings, propellers, it's really good, no flash whatsoever. These are the weight on wheels, which are the baldy ones I call them, which got really no pattern on them. Some of the exhausts, they're not hollowed out unfortunately, so you're going to have to drill the ends out. Unless you've got aftermarket resin ones or something, if they're out there. This sprue is to do your bombs from Bombay, like I mentioned before, where they messed it up. So there's your Bombay flaps. You've got a little bit of ejection pins in there you're going to have to take care of, which is a bit of a shame. It's really a bit of a shame that. You have to try and take care of these somehow. Your hoops for your bombs, all your bombs as well, which is all down here across the top. As I say, you're going to have to cut these pins off. I'm going to replace these with the proper racks because it should be 3, not 4. See if it focuses. You can see panel lines and rivets. It's not raised now. The older kit used to be raised, but they've redone it pretty much. So it's the newer version. A little bit of glass, which is the nose, and one of your, I think that's the rear turret piece. And I do know the older version, the plastic is black, not the grey as well. So you can tell the difference. If you've got the older version, the plastic's going to be black. If you've got a newer version, it's going to be grey. So that's the easier way of telling as well, just by the colour straight away. You get your pilot figures, which are not too bad. Which are not too bad at all. Focus. Not too bad at all. This sprue contains seats, the part that goes around the top turret. Like I said, because they did the dam buster version, so most of the sprues are going to be the same. The dam busters, they removed this top turret for lighting the plane up, so this piece replaces this. Back wheels, which is the tail dragger. The seats, instrument panel, which has nothing on it, which would be handy for the photo etch one. And you're sticking your decals on. More radio equipment, fine detail parts, aerials. Not quite sure what those are. Some of your guns. I know you can get aftermarket metal ones. I've tried finding them, but I can't seem to find anyone selling them at the moment. So I'm going to have to do with the plastic. You're going to have to drill the ends out as well, because they're not drilled out. If I can find the metal ones, I will get them. It'll look better than the plastic. But unfortunately, that's all I've got at the moment is the plastic. One giant bag of wings. So you get some recessed and some raised, so it's a mixture on the newer version. So all the panel lines and rivets over there. So which is a nice touch. If you can really see if it's showing up on camera. Let's try and move this light. If you can see, you can see the just about see it. Camera seems really dark today. Yeah, there you go. There's the panel lines and rivets. So there's your wings. That's the upper wings. The lower wings, you've got the giant wheel arch piece. This is raised and recessed mixture. Mixture of texture. These flaps I'll be replacing, I think, if it's these ones. I know one of them I've got flaps which are open, so I think it's these ones. So there's your wings, lower wing surfaces. So the wingspan is quite large, it's huge. So probably a good 25 centimetres, nearly, thereabouts I think. The main body of the aircraft, fuselage, like I said, they've taped it together and it's taped together pretty close. So it's pretty close, a little bit of push together, it's pretty ready to go straight down with your glue line from Tamiya. It's a little bit of sanding off to do where it's been on the sprue, but it's nothing much to take care of. You do get some detail interior. Ejection pins in parts you're not going to see, which is okay. So there's the front of the airplane, the back, top turret. Like I say, if you're doing the dam buster version, that gets covered. Bomb bay will be all here. See, this is all panel lines and rivets. It's nicely detailed. So there's the main body. Barely get on camera, I have to go right back. This is going to be 50 odd centimeters or so. It's going to be huge. Put the ruler here. So 30. About 45 centimeters. So yeah, it's a big plane. One of the wheels has come off in this bag. So these are the weight on wheels again, but this is the one with the tread. Unfortunately, 2-piece wheels, so you might get a bit of a seam line, might have to be taken care of. It all depends. Take this one off the sprue and then just have a look. So there you go, there's the wheel put together. It's not too bad actually. You might get away with that. Push it tight, really tight, it should be alright actually. Once there's paint down it might all blend in and stuff, so. This is one of the wheels with the tread on it. A little bit of sanding to do there, but that'll be alright, that's going to be good. I'll say these wheels is probably the size of my thumb. I've got medium sized hands, I haven't got huge hands, but so there's this sprue which has, there's 2 sprues identical. I need to show you one of these because everything's 4s, 4 propellers, 4 engine nail saves and so forth. There's up more propellers, which is different variant to the ones we looked at earlier. In those cones, it's like part of bulkhead or landing gear section, landing gear, more landing gear, engine nacelles, more landing gear. There's some of your engine detail, which is not too bad. Some more piping and landing gear section. The piece that goes inside so you can make the propeller spin. There's two of those. More engine cowlings and nacelles. Your wings, I thought these were ejector pins, but they're not. They're actually meant to be there because they've got rivets on them, so don't stand them out. So again, this mixture of raised and recessed, which is like it is on a real aircraft. Can't pose these unless you want to cut them out and do them. I'm not going to do that. So yeah, ejection pins are in there. Need to take care of these. They may affect your fit issue, but it should be okay. A little bit of marbling, but once you've got your paint down, it should be alright. Yeah, so there's this sprue, nicely done. So there you go, guys. There's the Avro Lancaster 1/48 scale by Tamiya, Mark 1, Mark 3. Yeah, I'm going to be starting this pretty soon. I'll probably do this after the protest is finished. I will do a review on the aftermarket products for these, which is the photo etch done by Edward and stuff. So it'll be a nice kit when it's done, hopefully. It's a big bird I've mentioned before, so be careful if you're looking at getting this one. Make sure you've got the space first. As I say, the 1/72 scale is still quite large. It's like nearly 30 centimeters, even for 1/72, and this is the 1/48, so it's like, yeah. Laters, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.